session. Thank you as you fade away, Abby. I want to make space for people who joined late if they would like to share their name and 3 words of intention. And just before we do that though, a couple things I kept on hearing Abby say is there's this sharing of resources and knowledge and documenting that really helps the community be healthy, which is great because it's a nice segue into David's speaking to social permaculture. There's a lot of health when we share knowledge, when we share resources, when we try to share power, like that stepping up spontaneous leadership. It's because you have a culture of sharing power. And that's so beautiful. And that's what helps create healthy social systems. And a theme before this that kind of came up too was just that idea of consent in the land and in the space, like what land owns us versus us trying to take care of it. And to keep in mind as we think about healthy society is all the sharing and then making sure it's a healthy participatory process, that people want to be involved, they want to engage, and even that the land really wants you there. And just keep that in mind, that a space or a relationship or a community will have a yes and a welcomeness, and it's good to wait for that yes before just asserting authority. And that's part of that listening and that sharing and that collaboration that is a goal for all of us to lift up in our spectrum and in our reality. So thank you all for recognizing that and wanting to see more of that. Now, would any of the people who have joined later, there's a lot of names who have come later on tonight. Anna, and Joshua, Mindris, Blythe, hey.
Shaylee, I just want to say real quick, there was a person who made a comment on our protocol saying that Bonnie Ingram lost her connection, but she said she's in Marysville, Washington, and her 3 words are connecting, learning, and understanding. So
oh, wonderful.
I just put that out there. So
yeah,
if other
thank you,
people want
Cassie.
to know, yeah, the layout.
Yeah, and I think if we want, like, I love how Cassie has an image of her because it can be hard for our connectivity. If you're blooping out, it can be because you're trying to stream video, and there is a way. I think it's at the little, when you log in or in your settings, there's a way that you can put an image of yourself instead if you don't want to use your bandwidth streaming yourself. And you can figure that out because I don't know how to tell you right now. But with any of the people who have come, we can just take a couple minutes to share your name, where you're from, and a few words of intention, or you can put it in the chat if you'd like. Would anybody else like to share that before David gets going? Anyone? No takers? Becca? Sure. Hi, good.
I just had to pop in and say hi to everybody. David, I see you now. I couldn't see you before.
Hey, I miss you.
I know. Oh, guys. Yeah, I was over there 2 years ago. In live with you guys, so missed you last year, but I do have to pop back out. I'm falling asleep at the keyboard.
And you're live from Panama, right?
I'm live from Panama. Yes, wearing my nightshirt.
And this is Rebecca from the 8th Life community.
Yes.
And do you have any words of intention for being a part of this weekend?
Connection. I hope to be able to be on.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, for people who are really interested in the connection, we have the Slack group and the Discord group, and we're taking times and meals and during the circles to kind of pass the microphone around like this. And if you have a little bit of your world that you want to spotlight and share with everybody, please feel free to record a little blurb about yourself and your project and where you are or what you're excited about, and put it in our Dropbox, and we'll blast it at some point in time so you can have a little minute for everybody to know what you're about. Got it? Cool. Would anybody else